Thank you for tuning in live at TommyTV. We are at the Dolph Stanley Court for a girls Taylorville basketball game. The Taylorville Tornadoes currently stand at 12-9 overall and 5-2 in the conference, and they will be playing the U-High Pioneers, who are 9-16 overall and 3-5 in their respective conference, which is good for 8th in their overall conference. Taylorville stands at 3rd, only behind Effingham and Muhammad Seymour, and over Mount Zion, Mattoon, and Charleston. And the only teams that U-High is over in their conference is Lanphier, Jacksonville, and Decatur Eisenhower. However, U-High, the last 2 games, have gone on a win streak, and their last win, they blew out the opposing team 60-30, and Taylorville is coming off of a 2-loss streak, with their last loss being last night at Lincoln, 57-45. It was a lot closer of a game than you may have thought. I'm Blaze Rogers. I'm accompanied here by Wade Sorrell. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Blaze. How are you?
I'm doing just peachy. Keys of the game. There's a few ones that we have here. Wade, you wanna kind of go over them?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is just to be explosive at all times. Just never let up. You're going into this game thinking it's going to be something of an easy win, but I think the girls just need to keep playing as hard as they can, keep that energy the entire game. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Absolutely. You never want to underestimate opponents. Obviously, you do. As I said, you never want to underestimate an opponent. I feel that last night with the boys basketball team yesterday, they underestimated Charleston, and then they ended up losing a heartbreaker at home. So, especially, and U-High has been hot. They don't have a ton of players on their roster, and they don't have a ton of height either. But that hasn't stopped them the last 2 games from winning. So, but talked about height. U-High only has 3 players 5'11" or taller, and 2 of them are underclassmen. So you only have really one. That's Schroeder, 5'11", the junior. So she'll probably get a start tonight. And looking at Taylorville, the height difference is apparent. Maisie Fleming standing at 6'4", Addison Tarr at 6 foot, and then Grace Rogers, Bailey Werns, Kylie Heimsness, all at 5'10", along with others. And I guess one more thing that you could see is the experience difference between both teams. U-High only has 3 seniors, while compared to Taylorville's 5. So, wait, what do you think? What do you think with all those factors? How do you think that will affect U-High's mentality going against Taylorville?
I think the player matchups will be one of the biggest things. The height. We have a lot of tall girls. They only have those 3 that are 5'11" or above. So we're gonna have a lot of power on those matchups, a lot of height. And then the seniority thing as well. I mean, just experience, having those veteran players. We have 3 seniors over 1,000 points. That's a crazy thing to have on one team. And going into this, I think we're definitely going to have the advantage because of those differences.
Absolutely, Taylorville has a massive advantage, and as you said, three girls on this team this year have crossed 1,000 points. Addison Tarr actually hit 1,000 points last year, her junior year. Maisie Fleming recently hit 1,000, and then Kylie Heimsness also recently hit 1,000. But going to Maisie, it's very impressive for her to hit 1,000, considering she has yet to hit a single 3 in her career. Do you think that she'll try? You think she'll try to aim for that today against a weaker opponent?
I wouldn't doubt it. She's definitely been ramping up some of those 3-point attempts this season, more than I've seen, really. So I think she's going to shoot a few this game, I would say, if they're having a decent enough lead, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to step aside here for the national anthem and starting lineups. Again, thank you for tuning in to Tommy TV, and we will be back with you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dolph Stanley Court here at Taylorville High School for tonight's contest between the University High Pioneers and your Taylorville Tornadoes. At this time, could you please rise, gentlemen, and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem, which will be performed tonight by Adriana Bricardo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. And no, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Pioneers of Normal University High School. A 5'4" senior, number 2, Kenley Mitchell. A 5'5" junior, number 4, Cecilia Willie. A 5'11" junior, number 14, Kendall Schrader. A 5'7" senior, number 22, Grace Gretkin. And a 5'9" freshman, number 44, Kinsey Morteka. Pioneers are coached by Laura Sellers. And now the starting lineups for your Taylorville Tornadoes. A 5'10" sophomore, number 14, Grace Rogers. A 5'8" senior, number 11, Leah Champley. A 6'4" senior, number 32, Maisie Fleming. A 5'10" senior, number 24, Kylie Heimsness. And a 6' senior, number 23, Addie Tarr. Tornadoes are coached by Hayden Eldred, assisted by Kevin Kitzman and Tab McCullough. Officials for tonight's contest are Charles Stevens, Brian Smith, and Lawrence Watts.
We are back here at the Dolph Stanley Court. We were back from the national anthem and starting lineups. The national anthem, the microphone sort of cut out for the singer, so everyone, both Taylorville and U High, came together to finish the song. And obviously, you just saw the starting lineup. And now we're underway. Heimsness up, shoots a underhand pass, no shot, no good. And now Mitchell. Mitchell being covered by Heimsness. Now gets it to Groken, and then Mitchell to Weil, and then cross court to Groken. She shoots 3, doesn't get it, rebounded by Maisie Fleming. Then gives it to Heimsness. Heimsness finds Rogers. Rogers, the underhand shot is good. Grace Rogers with a nice shot there. Now Mitchell to Groken. Now back to Mitchell. Weil tries to get it to Mitchell. Bounce pass. Finds Groken in the corner, and then With Schroeder tries to go up and gets fouled, I think. Yeah. She gets fouled, but they'll call it on the floor there. Now, Schroeder. Oh, gets swatted. Gets swatted by Tar back to out of bounds, and it will remain U-High ball.
That was a very, very heads-up play by Addison Tar right there. Very, very great play.
Absolutely. There's some nice hops there. All right, they'll find, well, now it's to Mitchell, and now to Wow. Wow to Groken, and it gets swatted by Grace. It gets tipped out of bounds by Grace Rogers there. Another very heads-up play there by T-Ville. All right, Wow to pass it in, finds Groken. Now out to Mitchell. And then tries to get it to Schroeder, but it'll go out of bounds, and now it'll finally be Taylorville ball.
I just about hit Liz Martin in the face right there on the bench. Barely missed her.
she's got to watch out next time.
Yep.
All right. Heimsness finds Tar. Tar in the corner. Shoots three. Does not. Bounces on the rim and out. Now Champley to Tar. Tar looking. Tries to get it to Fleming. It gets taken by Mateja. Wow. To Mitchell. Then finds Mateja. Now back to Mitchell. And now Groken just goes back to Mitchell again. And then they'll go back to Groken again on the left-hand side. Schroeder finds Wow in the paint and then goes up to Makja, but it gets taken away from her hands. And now Heimsness finds Rogers in the corner. Rogers goes to Champley inside and gets the ball taken away from her. Nope. They'll call it jump ball and Taylorville.
Early on, seeing some pretty good defense out of our girls here, so hopefully that keeps up for the rest of the game.
Oh, nope. They'll give it to you high instead. They pointed wrong. Mitchell to Groken, now to Wow, then back to Groken. They're just trying to get to the other side of the court. Oh. Looks like they'll call it a violation, time violation, and they'll give it to Taylorville. Very strong defense there to keep them out of their side of the court. Rogers to inbound it, gives it to Heimsness. Heimsness finds Champley. Now Champley gonna hand it off to Tar. Tar's gonna go up. Tar bounces around the rim, does not get it in. Mate Jack gets it, and now, Mitchell with a deep pass there to Groken, and then an inside pass to Schroeder. Schroeder, looks like U-High didn't know who to give it to, and Mitchell with it now. Groken to Schroeder, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll remain U-High ball.
Right back to Liz Martin once again.
She might want to switch seats after that one. Groken to inbound. We'll just go the easy pass to Mitchell. Now Mitchell getting double teamed. Finds Make Jack in the right-hand corner. Then Schroeder in the paint. Gets the ball taken away from her. And it will go to Taylorville. Looked like Tar was a little confused there. Surprised that it's now their ball. Heimsness. Going up. Drive, spins. Oh, they're going to call travel on Heimsness.
I could see that there. Yep.
Yeah, just try to do a little much with the spin move, and took one too many steps. Now Groken, Mitchell, now to Wiley, Taylorville doing it again. This Groken to make Jack in the paint. She was messing around with the ball there, and it got taken away from her hands, but it will go to U-High. Now Mitchell to inbound it. Looking around. Finds Schroeder in the inside. Does not get it. Make Jack rebounds. Nope, gets stolen by Heimsness. Tries to get it to Groken. Now Heimsness going up. Nope, no she's not. She's going to hand it out to Fleming. Fleming will hand it back to Heimsness. Now Heimsness in the middle. Gets a screen from Fleming. Thinks about passing, but will hand it off to Rogers. And then Rogers finds Tar on the left-hand side. Tar going up. She's going to go for the easy too, and they're going to call her for traveling as well. A few travels here early in the game.
I'm not 100% sure about that call, but that's up to the refs right there.
Yeah, definitely. I think she got the amount of steps that she needed, but you know, obviously they're the refs. Their decision goes, and it'll go out of bounds, and we'll go to U High once again. They've been very fortunate with these balls going out of bounds.
Yep.
Mitchell getting some tight defense here by Heimsness. Goes to Groken. Then Weil to Mate Jack in the inside. Goes back out to Weil. Then Groken shoots 3. Bounces in and out and goes to Tar. Now Tar driving down. Finds Fleming on the inside. Gets the ball taken from her. She gets it back in her hands. Goes up for 2. Gets it. Now Groken. Back out to Mitchell. Then to Weil. Oh! Tar with some nice defense there to swat it out of bounds.
Staying explosive, like I said, that's one of the keys, and Addison Tar is really doing that right now.
Absolutely. They're trying to be aggressive offensively and defensively, and looks like Taylorville called the timeout. Coach Eldred, I bet, is very much liking this defense here. Meanwhile, the U High's coach, Coach Sellers, might want to is trying to scheme up something here to get them going, get their shots going. Taylorville will go out with the same lineup, and by the look of it, so will U High.
Pretty low scoring game so far, but you know, not too much time has passed. See what happens.
Anything can happen in the next however long. Schroeder finds Weil, then to Mitchell. Mitchell goes inside to Schroeder. A nice pass, but doesn't get it. Mate Jack fighting for it with 42 different people. Now Mitchell has it, and then she'll go to Groken on the left-hand side. Groken moves in. She was trying to get the pass out to Mitchell, but some nice hops there by Taylorville makes the ball go out of bounds.
Looks like she got the ref on the leg right there.
Oh, no. Let's hope he doesn't have any leg pain. All right. Mitchell to Groken in the corner, then Mate Jack. Oh, it's going all over the place. Wow. To Mitchell on the inside, or the middle of the court. Now, some nice defense by Heimsness, and she gets tripped up. It'll go out of bounds. She tried to keep it in her hands, but just couldn't. And now Heimsness, once again, to Rogers. Rogers goes in and back out, then gives it to Tar, now to Heimsness. Screen up. Then finds overshoots Fleming. That's rare. Someone so tall overshooting them. Now Groken stops, recovers, hands it off to Mitchell, and now Mitchell trying to drive up, shoots 2, doesn't get it, goes into the hands of Champley, and then she'll granny pass it to Heimsness, and now Fleming at the free throw mark gives it to Rogers. Rogers for 3, no good, and Mitchell fumbling around a bit, but eventually does get it. Deep pass there to Groken, and Groken finds Schroeder on the inside. She'll stop, and they'll call a travel. I'm not entirely sure if that was a travel there. And they will sub out Maisie Fleming for Bailey Werns. Heimsness with the ball. Gives it to Tar. Tar, the right-hand corner, will give it to Rogers, and then Rogers to Heimsness. Heimsness, a really long 3, hits the rim, goes into the hands of Schroeder. Mitchell to Weil. Weil looking around, gets a screen set up by, that's Burris, the 6'2 sophomore. Now Burris up, no good, and Werns is wincing in pain.
That does not look good.
Ooh.
I didn't have a very good view of that. Did you, Blaze?
I mean, I couldn't really see what happened, but by the fouls on Champley, it looked like Werns fell awkwardly, and with any kind of athlete, you know, landing awkwardly can obviously it hurts, but you know, especially since there's so much wear and tear on your legs, it can even just a slight movement in the knee when you hit the ground can really mess up something. Let's hope that she is all right. Just a little twink there, and she can get back in the game.
We've got our amazing medical staff looking at her right now, so yeah, hopefully everything will be okay.
Medical staff, I mean, obviously our trainers, when you listen to them, you know exactly what they're doing, and Werns is getting up and will move back to the sideline. So Taylorville, oh, nope, she's going to the training room, and they'll put Maisie Fleming back in for her.
She looked like she was walking just fine, so hopefully it's nothing major.
Yeah. Now Burris to shoot her 2 to get the game a little closer, and her first shot is up and good. We saw her playing earlier in the JV game. You know, obviously when you're so tall, you're going to get minutes. Now, Heimsness. Burris' second shot was good. Rogers finds Fleming in the inside, goes up, stops, bodies Burris, but she doesn't get the shot. And now Mitchell driving down. Mitchell looking, goes right then left. Schroeder, tries to get it to Outlets, the 5'6" junior. And Alex will inbound it. Goes to Mitchell, the safe pass. Mitchell roams right. Oh, and they'll call double dribble on Mitchell. A lot of these travels, double dribbles, and out of bounds today. Oh, and looks like Peyton DeMichael has been subbed in for Grace Rogers. DeMichael. Oh, gives it to Fleming on a nice pass.
What a pass.
Wow. Very good play design there by Taylorville. Now, Atlets goes up, shoots, does not get it, goes to Tar, and now Heimsness gets the ball punched out, and it will go out of bounds, and it will stay with Taylorville.
I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot earlier, but it didn't work either way.
I couldn't tell. It was very underthrown.
Yeah. Now I saw her shooting in warm-ups, and she had no arc on her shot. So maybe it was a shot.
Yeah. So Magic back in the game. Mate Jack back in the game. And Tar with an easy layup to extend the lead to 6. And now Kimoch in the game. And also Whitlow. Now Kamuch gives it to Atlets. Then Burris finds. Oh, Mate Jack goes up and gets fouled, it seems.
That was a very good pass right there, though.
Sorry, folks. I'm trying to keep up with all these names. So Mate Jack or Mate. I don't know. Kamoch and Atlas on the talking to their coach, along with Burris.
That first shot was good.
Yep. And Whitlow also on the court. Her second shot is also good, and so far, U-High has been struggling to make 2s and 3s, but have been perfect from with 3 points. Heimsness getting some press defense on her. She'll do a long 3 wide left, and it will go into the stands there. Try to get that buzzer beater off, just a little left.
That was a pretty low-scoring quarter, I feel like.
Very low-scoring quarter, especially like U-High. You know, the last time these two teams faced last year, Taylorville blew them out 41-10. U-High is not trying to make the same mistakes they did last year, so they're playing a much more aggressive style of defense.
And I would say it's working so far. They're doing pretty good on that defense. Taylorville is as well, but you can definitely see it in the score.
Yeah. So leading scorers for today, Tar, it seems like with 2, but she also has 2 fouls. Fleming with 4 points. And then, not sure, I can't exactly remember who got the other 2. It was Grace Rogers there, I think. So, going into the second quarter, Taylorville will go with Nora Thomas, Grace Rogers, Maisie Fleming, Kylie Heimsness, and Peyton DeMichael. U-High will go with Weil, Mitchell, Atlas, Mate Jack, and Schroeder. Now Rogers. Rogers gets the ball stolen from her by Mitchell. Mitchell finds Atlas in the middle. She gets called for a travel. She tried to stop. Took one too many steps trying to stop. Probably should have just gone up for the 2 there. Now Heimsness. Heimsness goes to Thomas, and then Thomas looking for Rogers, but will hand it off to DeMichael. DeMichael, a long 2, gets it in there, and extends the lead back up to 6. Atlas to Mitchell. Now Mitchell finds Schroeder, then back out to Atlas. Atlas shoots a 3 and gets rebounded by Maisie Fleming. Obviously, that's her specialty there on defense. Heimsness to DeMichael. DeMichael tries to get it out to Maisie Fleming, but gets swatted by a couple of U-High defenders.
That's that aggressive play style right there, and it's working for them.
It's working. If U-High is going to lose this game, they want to make it as difficult as possible for Taylorville. Now Fleming goes out to Heimsness, and Heimsness looking, shoots a floater up to Fleming, and Fleming with the easy layup too. And we were talking about how, we were expecting her to shoot a few threes, but she has yet to do so.
20 game left.
Oh, Rogers steals it, but gets it taken back and jump ball. They'll give it to U-High.
Very, very good heads-up play right there by Rogers. Love seeing that.
I think she got a little too in her head there when she went down there, and that's how she lost control. Now, Mate Jack looking, gives it straight to Heimsness' foot, but Mate Jack will recover it, and it'll be a jump ball again, and this time it'll go to Taylorville. U-High with the substitution. They'll put in Whitlow for Atlas. Now DeMichael to inbound it to Heimsness. Heimsness goes to Rogers. Rogers finds Fleming. Fleming to Rogers in the right corner. Now she'll go back up. Finds Heimsness on the other side. Heimsness in the left-hand corner. Goes back to Rogers. Now Rogers trying to go up. She'll try to shoot a 2. Doesn't get it. Thomas rebounds it, and then she tries to go up for 2 and gets fouled.
In the JV game right before this, I believe Thomas had about 20 points, so she was going crazy, and I think putting her in this game is really going to keep that hot streak going.
Absolutely. Keep your hot players hot. Thomas's first shot is up and good. What will she do next? Probably make it, right?
I would hope so, yeah.
Thomas's second shot is also good. Nothing but net there for those 2 shots. And now Taylorville a double-digit lead. Atlas goes to Mitchell. Her name's been called a lot, and she'll trip herself up and get a travel call.
Taylorville's finally starting to get in that groove. I think we've gone on a pretty decent run right here, and And that is a timeout called by U High.
Taylorville is currently, I think, have outscored them, I want to say 8-0. Probably about that. I'm not entirely sure if that was right. And U High just called a timeout. If Taylorville keeps this up, they might have to call a running clock by the fourth quarter. So, definitely not what U High wants. They don't want a repeat of last year.
Yep. Starting to look that way, though, you know, with this this lead. I'm glad they started to pick it up out of the second quarter.
Yeah, and also, like, you know, they're starting to put in some JV guys, you know, JV players. Nora Thomas, Peyton DeMichael, but she still gets some varsity reps. Fleming to Rogers. Rogers tries to get to Heimsness, but gets taken away. Throws it, passes it into double coverage, and that's almost never going to go well. Now Mitchell to Atlas. Now back to Mitchell. Tries to get it to Make Jack, and two Taylorville defenders come rushing in, but Atlas gets it back, and then Schroeder passes back out to Atlas, then Make Jack. Atlas long three, and that's the first shot of the day that U High has made that wasn't a free throw. And now they have some momentum. Rogers. Oh, looks like she got fouled by Schroeder there. It looked like she was going to go up and shoot for two, but they fouled her on the floor, so they won't go up to shoot. They'll sub out Fleming and Heimsness for Champley and Tar. Now DeMichael finds Champley. Then she'll pass out to Rogers in the midcourt range. Then to Thomas, then back to Rogers. Tar, a nice 3-point there to take the lead back up to 10. Atlas to Mitchell. Mitchell getting some nice defense there by DeMichael. DeMichael trying to get that ball, finds Schroeder eventually. Now Schroeder will go to Atlas, then quick pass out to Mitchell. Ooh. Tries to get it inside, but gets swatted by Rogers and gets back into her hand. Now Schroeder layup two, and U High is coming out in these last minute with some momentum.
Taylorville's got to be careful here. Get that aggressive defense going.
Gotta get that explosive offense and aggressive defense back as Thomas tries to get it inside to Rogers, but it gets tipped up in the air and goes to U High. Now Mitchell, they're kind of playing hot potato with the ball there, and eventually give it to Mitchell. Now Atlas, then Schroeder on the corner. Schroeder, deep pass to the other side. Now Weil. Weil finds Make Jack in the middle, and she'll get fouled. First foul of the quarter for Taylorville. And by the look of it, that'll be on Champley. That's her second foul of the day. And Taylorville will put Fleming back in sub for Nora Thomas. Now Schroeder to get the ball back in bounds. That's Whitlow. And Atlas. Then back out to Whitlow. Now to Mitchell. Schroeder in the corner. Then Mitchell back again. Goes into the middle, then Atlas on the right-hand side. Then back to Mitchell, who's still in the middle. Tries to get it to Mate Jack, but little too much strength there on the pass, but U High will recover. Mate Jack shoots up, doesn't get it. Schroeder gets it, shoots, no good. Fleming has it. Now Tar.
Very aggressive on that defense right there, and that's what they need to be doing.
Absolutely. Now Rogers looking around. DeMichael to Tar. Tar tries to shoot a three, but gets tipped, and I think, yeah, they're going to call a shooting. They're going to give Tar 2 free throws. Nope, 3 free throws. Never mind.
I believe that was on Whitlow right there, so.
Yeah, it was. All right, now Tar, her first free throw is up and good. And her second is also good. She's one of the top leading scorers all time for women's Taylorville basketball. Yeah. So, obviously you'd expect her to make about 99.99% of these shots.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And her third shot is good. Now, Weil to Whitlow. That's Mate Jack. Kind of confused that it got to her. Now Mitchell to Whitlow. Whitlow to Mitchell. Mitchell to Burris, who got subbed in. Now Mate Jack driving up, finds Weil. Oh, nope, she doesn't. She finds Tar, and it goes, and the ball finds the out of bounds line.
It looks like Hope Kitzman was subbed in during that free throw. I'm going to say for Grace Rogers, so hopefully she can get something started.
Yep, they're trying to get their JV players some reps too in a game they clearly think they can win, as Tar once again swats the ball out of bounds as Burris tries to inbound it.
That vertical is dangerous right there. She's done that 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah, but she does find Mitchell. Now Weil. Oh, and Weil is just going to throw it straight to us. Ooh.
What a catch by Leroy Kalamola right there.
Ooh. I'm glad that didn't go straight to me, or I was not going to catch that. Heimsness to Tar. Tar shoots 3.
Boom.
Ooh. And that's 23 to take Taylorville's score up to 23. Now, Weil for U-High touches the out of bounds. Nope, never mind. They'll call a timeout before it hits out of bounds. And Coach Eldred is definitely happy about the second quarter here. He was probably a little disappointed in how the first quarter overall went. But Taylorville started to pick it up. And U-High, by the look of it, for a little bit had some momentum. But, it kind of fell down again.
They went on that little 5-0 run, and after that it's been pretty quiet from them. So
yeah. They need to get it they need to start going more of what they did on that 5-0 run. Atlas with the 3 there, so she was looking pretty good there, the 5'6" junior. We talked about height. They don't have a lot. They've been subbing in some of their taller girls. Schroeder and Burris have been kind of in and out with each other, but neither have really done a ton today. But Burris did have those 2 free throws early in the first quarter. So U-High to inbound it with Weil or Willie, I don't know. Groken to Weil. Then inside to Burris, gets taken by Champley. And Champley, Mitchell had the ball, but Champley couldn't stop herself and threw her straight into the ground.
let's see if U-High can get some double-digit scores here.
Did they call that a foul? I don't know.
I think they did.
Groken looking around, getting covered by Kitzman. Finds Mitchell. Burris, a 2 hits off the rim and into the hands of Tar. Now Tar finds Rogers, and Rogers spins, finds Tar, then goes to Fleming inside, but gets taken by Mate Jack. And now she will try to get it to Mitchell, but gets swatted by Tar. She's done that a lot this early in the game. And now Atlas and Mitchell and Weil will all go to the sideline. Now Atlas back out to Groken. Groken with some fancy footwork gets it to Atlas, and she tries passing it to Burris, but Tar once again gets her hand on it, and Heimsness will shoot a deep 2, hits off the rim, then the backboard, then Schroeder. Schroeder to Atlas. Atlas with a deep 3, does not get it, goes to Fleming. Now Heimsness with a quarterback looking pass to Tar, and Tar goes up.
What a pass. What a pass right there. It's in her blood, though. 2 quarterbacks as brothers, you know.
You know, she's got to have some of those genes.
Yep.
Oh, Kitzman steals it. Then we'll find try to get to Heimsness, but Atlas, with a smart defensive play there, is able to stop some momentum. But, you know, U-High, it's not looking good for them here. I mean, they've gotten the ball taken away from them multiple times already after that timeout. Now Rogers to Fleming. Spins around, goes up for 2, does not get it. And will get fouled, and she'll need to take about 2 steps to get to the free throw line.
You know, really, compared to last year's game where these 2 teams met, this really isn't looking too bad for U-High. They were down by 31 at the end of last year's game. But, yeah, so they almost already got that score.
Yeah. I think U-High, like, the score, obviously, you know, it's a wide margin. But U-High has played, I think, a lot better than what the score would suggest.
Yes, for sure.
Fleming's first shot was good. She has 6 on the day. And now she has 7. Or, I guess, 8. They missed. I guess 8 now. Never mind. Mitchell. Gets stolen, intercepted by Grace Rogers. Now go to Tar, and Tar fumbles around a little bit, like gets taken, but eventually does get it in there. Mitchell to Broken. Broken. Goes to Atlas. Now Atlas. Looking around, eventually, nope, never mind. Eventually finds Tar, and now Heimsness goes up, gets fouled once again. That's now 5 fouls in the quarter for U-High. And, you know, obviously you want a clean game. And obviously you want to try to stop Taylorville. You need to stop them clean because now you have 5 fouls in the quarter, and any more fouls, they just get free throw shots. Yep. Heimsness does not make her first. Does not make the first one. That's, I think, the first free throw miss of the day for Taylorville, or really any of these teams. Yep. But she does redeem herself with the second shot. DeMichael
coming in for Tar, giving her a little break.
Obviously, you want to have your stars to get a break, especially in a game where you're winning by 21.
Yep.
Now Groken stops. Goes out to Schroeder, then Atlas. They'll find Make Jack in the... Oh, does get the buzzer beater. And
not quite.
Sorry, folks. I'm being a little slow here. My brain has yet to catch up with my tongue. So
it is currently 30-9 going into the half. Pretty similar to the game last year. It was 41-10. At the end of the game, so, you know, getting higher into that scoring compared to the first quarter, especially.
It might get worse for U-High if they don't make some. They're gonna need a lot to adjust for this second half if they want to try to make it close.
You got to think what they're talking about in that locker room. You know, they're talking about their defense. You know, they were playing really aggressive in that first quarter. And I think they got to try and get some of that back.
All right, so we are going to send off for Chuck-a-Duck. We will be back in a few minutes. All right.
Oh, Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Vo-vo-vo-dee-o, Rubber Ducky, joy of joys. When I squeeze you, you make noise. Rubber Ducky, you're my very best friend, it's true. Oh, every day when I make my way to the tubby, I find a little fella who's cute and yellow and chubby. Rub-a-dub-dubby, Rubber Ducky, you're so fine, and I'm lucky that you're mine. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Hey, Rubber Ducky, would you like me to...
Today's winner is Addie Rogers.
To do every single day.
Good evening to all of you. My name is Anthony Rivecco, and I'm the producer of this year's Tommy Awards. Taylorville has always been a place that takes pride in the achievements of the people who live and work here. And TommyTV is honored to be able to host an event that highlights all of those achievements.
Guys, can we get a round of applause for the kids that have put this together? You can't see them. An incredible amount of work went into that, so I'm extremely grateful for our community. I'm super proud of Taylorville, and I like this has been home from the beginning.
I'm so excited. You know, when we started this, we were just there was like 4 of us and a camera and in the hallway and just being dumb, and now they're doing this event that's just incredible.
I would bet my wallet nowhere in America is there an event like this being hosted in a high school that's run by the students.
And welcome back to the Dolph Stanley Court, live on TommyTV. If you're just tuning in, Taylorville currently leads 30-9 against the UI Pioneers. And, you know, Taylorville have been on a tear, which this is definitely the kind of game that you want to bounce back from a 2-game losing streak. And for UI, the exact opposite. You do not want to be in this kind of scenario after a 2-win streak. Some of the leading scorers for today for Taylorville: Addison Tarr with 15, Maisie Fleming with 8, Grace Rogers with 2, Kylie Heimsness surprisingly only with 1 point on the day. Peyton DeMichael also with 2, along with others.
Kylie has not been having a lot of success with her shots. She's been putting them up, just kind of in a rut today, I guess you would say.
I mean, like, everyone has low days, but this is definitely the day to have a low day.
Oh, for
because they're winning by 21.
I'm glad to see Bailey Warren's out there again after she went down in that first quarter. I was a little worried about that, but she seems fine. I think she might be going in, actually. I guess we'll see.
If I were Taylorville, I'd probably just put in the backups, the girls, to get some extra reps on varsity, gives them some minutes. And for U High, you have to keep your best players out there.
Yes, for sure. If you want to get back in this game, they're going to have to do something quick. Hopefully they made some adjustments at half. Maybe that'll put it closer, but I guess we'll see. Plenty of game left.
And one more thing, I have been completely butchering these names this whole time.
It's okay. We all make mistakes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I want to see a 3 out of Maisie Fleming today. That's kind of a bucket list thing. You know, I want to see that. Or soon. Maybe not today, but soon.
Maybe she's got to hit 3 this year. Or
for sure. Well, I mean, she can't hit it any other year.
Yeah. I mean, this is her last year to hit a 3. And you really want to see this as Broken come to the line.
I think this would be one of the games you would want to do it too. So.
Yeah. Mitchell. Look in, gets covered by Rogers and Heimsness. Now Broken to Schroeder. To Groken. Then to Mitchell, then Weil. The other side of the court pass to Groken. Now Groken looking around, finds Schroeder inside. Thinks about going up, gets it back out to Groken, and she's wide open for that 3. And that's how you want to start out the game, or the half, if you are U High.
Hopefully that's something they talked about in the locker room right there.
Absolutely.
Striking first.
Tarr finds Fleming, and Fleming spins out. Oh, just kind of spinning around and then falls out. Ooh, that always sucks. This is Schroeder.
It was a nice shot, too.
Yeah, back out to Mitchell. Now Groken. Getting around, finds Wild, and Groken again. Then Mitchell to Groken. Finds, well, now it's back out to Mitchell. Jack, sorry, I keep mispronouncing your name. It was
Machka?
Yeah, Machka.
Yeah, there we go. That's close enough.
There we go. These names are kind of confusing here.
Now, Willie? We'll take the 3 free throws?
We'll go with Wiley.
Wiley, yeah.
All right.
No good.
Wiley's first shot is no good.
Just a little brick right there.
I mean, you have to be able to capitalize off these situations here.
For sure, especially in the situation that they're in now.
Second shot is nothing but net. And now Heimsness. Her name's been called a lot, but not scoring-wise. Rogers looking around, goes up, and then stops, moving back out. Heimsness on the opposite side. Goes up for a shot, no good. Will kind of rebound it, but it will go to Champley. Tarr with a long 3, no good. Mitchell rebounds it. Now to Wiley. Then Schroeder inside. Tries to go for 2, gets it tipped a little bit, and now Champley on the edge will pass it out to Tarr.
I want to say she was trying to pass it off the backboard there, but I'm not really sure.
That's a dangerous shot. You don't want it going out of bounds.
No.
Being the opposite team's ball. Now Rogers spinning around, finds Fleming outside, and hands it off to Tar. Tar, another 3 attempt. This time it's good. And 33-13 with 5:55 left in the third quarter. Mitchell looking, finds Groken. Then we'll give it to Schroeder. Some sort of triangle kind of pass there, and they'll call it travel. Looks like Majeka got on her knees when passing, so that that doesn't count. Yep. Now Peyton DeMichael will sub in for Heimsness, who's had kind of a slow day today. Tar gets a screen from Champley. She'll go up to shoot 2, and boom. Tar hits 3. I thought that was a 2, but they're going to call it 3.
Oh, wow. Really?
Wiley to Groken. Mitchell, deep 3, does not get it. Falls in the hands of Rogers and gets stolen, but they'll call a foul, I think? No. Or probably like, it is a foul on Wiley. Now Grace Rogers to bring it up. Oh, tries passing it to Tar, but Tar was not paying attention. A little miscommunication there from Rogers to Tar, and now U-High has the ball.
It's not really something you want to see, but they got the score to back it up, so.
Yeah, and another miscommunication there. That time on U-High, it goes out of bounds, but they'll say that a Taylorville player tipped the ball, probably with their toe. Now Schroeder goes out to Mitchell. Mitchell gets hit off the foot of DeMichael, but goes to Groker. Now Wiley finds Groker. Groker wide open for 3, and it's money. Cutting down the lead to down the less than 20 this time.
19, I believe.
Yep. DeMichael, Rogers on the corner. Finds DeMichael on the other side. DeMichael finds Rogers back out again. Now Rogers spins up, goes 2, and it's not the best shot in the world there. It'll go out of bounds. Hit there a little bit, and they will sub her out for Maisie Fleming. They'll put her back in the game. Give her a chance to shoot 3 later, possibly.
Travel right there,
and
wow.
That's a wow. U-High, they need to get this travel problem down because it has happened a lot.
Yeah, you never want to see sloppy play like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, DeMichael finds Heimsness. Now, Heimsness goes to Fleming on the left-hand side. Will go up, passes it out to Champley, and she'll go back up, and then goes to Fleming. She'll go back out and then back in. Goes up for the easy layup, spins around, and that time when the ball went spinning on a roller coaster, this time it went in. Now Groken to Jack. Schroeder.
We're blocking. What a save by Heimsness.
Wow.
This defense is on point today.
Absolutely. Some of the best defense I've seen from the girls this year. Now DeMichael looking, finds Heimsness. Heimsness will shoot 3, tries to get back on track, does not. And U-High will rebound, and it's fought on the floor, and they will give it to U-High.
You know, they're definitely putting in the effort here on defense. Peyton DeMichael right there trying to get in there. But and it's working.
And now Werns will come back into the game after a scary injury early. She's back in.
Glad to see her.
Subbing in for Leah Champley. And as for U-High, they gave Outs and Burris back in. Outs. Getting fighting with Wiley. Wiley tries to get it to Burris, but it will go out of bounds. Werns, I think, tipped the ball. Now Outs. Bringing it in. Tries to get it to Schroeder, but there's 3 defenders there, but they will get it back. Wiley gives it to Schroeder and then to Mitchell. Now Burris inside, goes up for 2, does not get it, and falls into the hands of Tar. Tar. Goes to Fleming. And Fleming fighting around will fall on the floor. They'll call it a floor foul or a foul on the floor on U-High. And now Heimsness will bring it in. Heimsness looking around, finds Tar. Tar goes up. Tar gets 2. 23 points for number 23.
It's almost poetic.
Absolutely. I mean, she scored about a third of the points for this team. A little, or like 2/3, really.
That's she scored more than half actually. That's yeah, she's going crazy.
Absolutely, and on that, Taylorville fouls, and now Schroeder will shoot up. No good. If Fleming didn't put her hands up, she was going to get hit in the face, and she'll get subbed out for Grace Rogers. They'll put her back in the game. A lot of substitutions here for both teams, really.
Ooh, almost a brick.
Schroeder will get it in there, and I believe that is her 3rd point of the day, or second and 3rd. Now Heimsness to DeMichael. DeMichael finds Werns, and Werns with a nice shot and a nice pass there by Peyton DeMichael to get an assist for Werns too. And now Altz looking, tries to get it to Burris. She does. Gets it to Schroeder in the paint. She'll go up to shoot, and she'll get fouled that time. Taylorville with a lot more fouls in this quarter than I think any other quarter, actually.
Yep. Let's see if she can make any of these. Got to capitalize off of these free throws, and they can't off that first one. Brick.
A lot of missed shots today. I mean, U-High started the day going 4 for 4 from the free throw, but after that they've kind of been kind of 50-50 with the rest of them, as that time her second shot was good.
And Schroeder will go out for Machka right there.
And Whitlow will also go in the game. DeMichael looking, finds Tar. Tar goes to Rogers inside, and Rogers goes up to shoot. Hits the rim and U-High. Altz looking, finds Wiley. Now Burris in the middle. Whitlow to, sorry. Back out to Whitlow. Tries to get it to Jack.
Very aggressive defense right here. Keeping them on their toes. That's exactly what you want to be doing.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm still a little slow here.
That'll be a timeout on U-High, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Taylorville, they started out the quarter hot, but they kind of slow it down a little bit, and you kind of expect that when you're beating a team by this much. And they scored 41, which is the same amount of points they had
last year. Yep.
Last year versus U-High. But this time U-High actually scored 18. So improvement, steady improvement here.
Coming out of the locker room, it looks like the boys basketball team is watching the game. They have a game tonight at Lincoln at 7, I believe. Hopefully they'll have some luck there.
Want to try to support the girls' version of their team before hitting the road.
Hopefully they can beat Lincoln. I know the girls are coming off a loss. Hopefully they can get a little revenge.
The boys also coming off of a 2-loss streak to Rochester and Charleston.
Very close games. Very close games right there.
Very close.
Heartbreaker last night.
Yeah. They both need to get back on track, and for the girls, it looks like they did. Now Whitlow to Altz, gets swatted by Heimsness, and now DeMichael finds Heimsness. She'll go up.
There we go.
And Heimsness, her name is called once again in the scoring range. Been a while in the scoring category. Her name has not been called for a while. Now Altz,
good defense right there.
wow. Heimsness starting to pick up the pace defensively, but will get the ball taken away from her. And now Altz, Burris Oh,
Wow.
tries to get it inside, tries to fit it inside, and Tar gets the ball off the swat. Now Werns goes for 2,
Dang.
and money shot there.
Wow. A lot of turnovers right there in just a little bit of time, but turned out well for the Tornadoes.
Everybody's getting some work in today, and now tries to fit it to Wiley.
Another one.
To Michael. Oh,
Yeah, forgot the dribble right there.
She was kind of holding it here.
Yep.
Took when you have that kind of situation, whether you're blowing out someone, or you're the one getting blown out, or it's a close game, you never ever want to hold that ball for too long.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll learn.
Burris to Whitlow, but no, I don't think that's Whitlow. No, that's Wiley. Never mind.
That'll be a jump ball in Taylorville's.
Heimsness being the person to take it out a lot today, despite only scoring 3. Now Rogers goes in, spins out, passes it to Werns, and nobody was really paying attention to the time there. They were paying attention to the score, and time runs out just before Werns can shoot it.
Yep. Couldn't get too much done, but yeah, score's looking pretty good for the Tornadoes right now. But who knows? Maybe the Pioneers will come back.
It would be a miracle comeback if they could. It would be possibly the greatest comeback of all time if they managed to pull out a win.
That's arguable, but who knows? If they did, I think they'd make a documentary about it. But yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
Who knows? Maybe if they come back and win the game, they'll win state or something.
Yeah, something. And Maisie Fleming goes back in, so hopefully she'll have a chance to get a 3 off. That's what I'm really hoping for right now.
They'll also put in Hope Kitzman in substitution for Peyton DeMichael.
Really good substitution. They're both small, and they're both really energetic. A lot of effort. Very fast.
Definitely the kinds of players that you would want on your team.
Of course, yeah.
There's been so many substitutions, you'd need about 14 hands to count. Now Mitchell looks for Burris. Burris in the paint, gives it to Grotek, or Kitzman takes the rebound, and Heimsness will go out to Fleming. Now to Rogers. Spins, goes up for 2, does not get it, rebounds her own shot, will go up again, and it'll be bounced into the arms of Fleming, and then she'll give it to Kitzman. Kitzman goes up to Rogers in the paint. She'll go up, and Grace Rogers, she goes, on that one drive, she goes 1 for 3, but does eventually score.
Finally got it done, but yeah, she's good moves out there.
And Rogers tips it up in the air, and Burris, wrapping her whole body around Kitzman. She's about, it's like David versus Goliath.
Yeah, she just got a little manhandled by a girl. So, yeah. Looked scared for her life.
You could see the terror in her eyes when Burris wrapped around her. Tar finds Rogers, then to Heimsness. Heimsness gets double teamed, trying to find a way out, but passes it to Tar, so she does. Now Rogers gets a screen from Fleming. Rogers will just give it to Heimsness, who's directly behind her. Then Heimsness will hand it off to Fleming. Fleming to Rogers. Rogers, a deep 3, does not get it, and Kitzman will try to save it, but cannot.
I would say that was more of a pass, Blaze. I don't think she was really shooting that. That was a pass in disguise.
Yeah, we'll call that a pass. And they will take Fleming and Rogers out in substitution for Champley and
Thomas, I believe.
Thomas. Yeah. Grotek goes up. Oh, thought about passing, but passes it. What am I talking about? Whatever. Taylorville rebounds the ball. Kitzman goes up. Thomas, a longer two, and the ball gets thrown by 3 different players.
Leah Champley just collided right there with 2 U High players.
She also collided with the ground.
True. Very true.
Himes to Champley. Champley to Tar.
Long
Tar.
3.
Wow.
Ooh.
You know, she shot a lot of long threes today. She's made a lot of them, but she's also missed a few of them. That time she missed, as U High will get 20 on the board. And Taylorville is starting to slow down a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
Himes just almost had that one, and she shoots a 3. No good.
Himes is in there. Also, there's been a lot of long threes. Everybody wants these long threes. And it looks like Taylorville will start doing a mass substitution. Not one starter for Taylorville now. As
Leah Champley's still in there, but
I forgot. I didn't notice her. Sorry.
We have Joe Durbin checking in for the first time, I believe. She did pretty good in that JV game. Hopefully she can get some points.
Have a few nothing but net shots there. And now Wiley, the other side to Altz. Altz looking, finds then Schroeder, a deep 2 there. If she took one step back, it would have been a 3. Now Kitzman to Durbin. Durbin, shortest player here, standing at 5'1". They'll call it jump ball, and they'll give it to Taylorville.
She's small, but she's aggressive, and she's very, very fast. So I think Taylorville might be getting a little too comfortable here, though.
I mean, U High is starting to pick it up, but is that just because Taylorville has their subs in? Now Durbin. Durbin goes up, loses the ball, but regains it, and now DeMichael fits it to Champley. Wow, really good pass there, and Champley goes up for 2. DeMichael with a lot of really good passes here. Now Mitchell. Mitchell tries to get it to Altz, but gets stolen by Champley, and some ball hawk play there. A ball hawk play there by Champley. Now to DeMichael. DeMichael finds Thomas on the other side. Goes in and out of the net and into Champley's hands. She'll shoot, does not get it. Fought, jump ball, U High.
Good sportsmanship right there by U High. They've been, the entire game, they've been helping everybody get up. So I'm glad to see that. Usually
when a team gets blown out in most sports, the team will start getting chippy and angry and start trying to hurt the other team. Not U High.
Nope,
they play respectfully.
Doing a great job at that. It's exactly what you want to see.
Sportsmanship, obviously, maybe for like awards, they should make the team sportsmanship award.
Yep.
And U High would definitely win it. As Schroeder finds Wiley, then Mitchell tries to fit it into the paint, and Champley gets the ball, intercepts it once again, and now Kitzman finds Thomas, and Thomas getting surrounded. Another jump ball call. Nope, they'll call it a foul, actually. And now Kitzman inbounded. Kitzman goes up. I can't see, but Thomas gets the 2. And now
she has 4 points. Wow.
And a 50 burger for Taylorville. Altz finds Mitchell and back out to Altz. Altz shoots a deep 3. She did that a few times today now, but doesn't get it. Now Durbin has it. Durbin goes to Kitzman. Kitzman moving back into the middle. Then finds DeMichael. DeMichael, some tight coverage, gets a screen from Thomas, and will pass it out to Thomas, but doesn't get it. Wiley has it now. Wiley will shoot it, pass it out to Altz, and then back to Wiley in the paint. Then tries to get it to Mitchell, and eventually does after a few bounces, few scary bounces. Now Schroeder does not get it, and it will be Taylorville ball. Wiley jumped over Kitzman to try to swat the ball out of bounds.
Looks like we have 3 new players coming in for Taylorville. We have Gianna Tarr, Liz Martin, and third one?
Um,
It'll be McKinley Simple Camp.
all but Martin is a JV player. As Simple Camp shoots 2, does not get it. Alts to Mitchell. Mitchell back out to Alts and Wiley in the corner. It's made Jack. And then out to Simple Camp. Simple Camp steals it. And now Kitzman, once again, bringing it out. Kitzman goes to Durbin. Now Joe Durbin finds Gianna Tarr. A lob pass there and gets, now Alts has it. Alts going up. And that's a 2 there for Alts. Bringing 20, almost 25 for U High. Now Kitzman gets the ball taken away. Oh, she gets it back. And Tarr shoots 2, does not get it. And Alts will take it back again. Trying to stat pad here in the last 2 minutes. Mitchell looking, finds Alts. Alt shoots a really deep 3. Does not get it as Liz Martin rebounds it. Now Simple Camp bringing it out. Goes up, tries to go 2. They'll call a push. And I believe, yep, Simple Camp will shoot 2 free throws.
I believe the foul was on Schroeder right there.
Yeah, just, it could have, if they didn't call the foul, they would have called out of bounds on Taylorville since she hit the side. And Simple Camp's first shot is no good. U High with a substitution, Whitlow for Wiley. And Simple Camp's second shot will...
No good.
Yep. Mitchell has it, being covered by Simple Camp. And now gets it to Alts. Now back to Mitchell. Mitchell to Alts again. They've given it to her a lot now. Whitlow up, hits the bottom of the backboard. And I believe... Nope, they'll call it a foul on Taylorville. And Whitlow will get a chance for 2.
See if she can't cut the lead down. There's
and
one.
They do. That's about a little less than half. U High's got to be able to take the positives of this game and take that into next game with who they face next. And her second shot is also good. And that's one of the positives for U High today. They've been pretty good when it comes to free throws.
Yep. Capitalizing off that.
Yep. Durbin gets picked off by Schroeder, and now Mitchell. Mitchell goes to Whitlow, then goes to Gianna Tarr, but gets taken from her hands. Now Whitlow to Schroeder, and Schroeder goes up. And in this last minute, U High's been kind of a little bit of a fire, but that may just be because they don't have a lot of starters out here for Taylorville right now. Simple Camp shoots 3, hits the. She's underthrown or undershot a lot of these today. Now Atlas, another deep 3 there, doesn't get it, but gets rebounded by U High, and that's another foul on Taylorville, and U High will go up to shoot free throws again.
Tar does not look happy with that call. Either that or she's not happy with herself, but yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens.
Didn't have a great angle from what I saw as the first free throw is up and good. Yeah. 27.1 here. Taylorville leads 51-29 as the second shot is no good. And if I had to guess, Taylorville will probably just try to run out the clock. Simple Camp, nope, she'll shoot for 3, does not get it, but Durbin will rebound. And now Kitzman. She handed off to Kitzman. Now Gianna Tarr, will give it out to Kitzman again. And Kitzman will just keep the ball and run out the clock.
What a game. What a game.
This is definitely the bounce-back game that Taylorville needed, as they will win 51-29. in a blowout fashion. U High started to pick up the pace just way too late into the game to win, as Taylorville will go up to 13-9, and U High will drop down to 9-17. We were talking about really a little bit ago that Taylorville, U High needs to take away some of the positives of this game. There may have not been a lot, but one of the best positives of the game. I do not know what that was, but I do not know what that sound was. But anyway, U High needs to take away the positives, free throws, and some really good defense in the first quarter.
Yep. Coming up for the Lady Tornadoes, they play Mattoon on Tuesday here at the Dolph at 7:30, and then on Friday they play Muhammad here as well at 7. So tune in, everyone. Yeah.
We once again want to thank you for coming to Tommy TV Live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Blaze Rogers. I was accompanied here by Wade Sorrell, and we are going to be signing off.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're watching Tommy TV.